dropped off my Italian crew, and now I'm solo again. So I'm in Pangai. It's a beautiful spot. It's even better when the wind is blowing its arse off, which it has been lately. And but I've got to go back to Nuku'alofa and pick up the lovely Fiona. So I've got to get the dinghy back on board before it gets too blowy. So this is how I do it. I use my windlass. I've got a spring and a anchor buddy down there, so I'll give you a look at that. Buddy up. What is an anchor buddy, you ask? Well, in my case it's a big lump of metal. It's a on this boat it's a piece of stainless steel, a piece of chain through the middle of it. It weighs about 20 kilos. I use it for weighing the chain down when I'm in a dodgy anchorage. This place can be a bit sketchy. Getting the anchor up. Just looking at my windlass through the windscreen. I've got a mark every 10 metres. So once I get to the 10 metre mark, I know I don't have much left. Broken through. Nose is drifting around. There's my red, there's my anchor, and we are done, people. Turn is off the anchor again. It's not that hard. This is why everybody should, if they own a boat, learn to solo sail. Can't, you're sort of fucked sometimes because crew leave you, people get sick, need to be somewhere. I've got to be 100 miles south. I need to go from Pangai to Nuka A'lofa through reef-infested waters. Probably a few sharks in there as well. There is definitely a shit ton of reefs, and to do that, I need to sail this little boat by myself. It's not that hard. You still need to have systems in place to do it. So now I've got to go tie the anchor up and put the dinghy down. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but can't afford it anyway. So getting out of Pangai, there's quite a few reefs here, and I only ran into a reef here coming in a couple of years ago, so I wasn't paying attention. So this time I need to focus on not running into a reef when I'm leaving. So I'm just going to motor out of here, and once I've motored out, then I'm going to put out the head sail, and I'm just going to cruise down the coast here on the head sail. I might put the main out once I get down to the bottom of Pangai. Okay, Pangai is behind us. We've cleared the southern leads and we are sailing. The head sail out. It's got a nice 20 knot breeze up our arse. The water is flat just on the lee of the island. I've already got a clean run all the way down to that super yacht. You might be able to see in the distance. Yeah, it's good. So, as a single sailor, or single-handed sailor now, these are my new Selden winches. They're 46s, and I have to say, I'm glad I put them in. I quite like them as well. Like, not the most expensive winch. They're probably a mid-range winch. They work hard. They're pretty well designed. I quite like the design. They're easy to install. About $2 a throw. That's $2 Australian, and yeah, they appear quite good from a maintenance perspective. I was looking at the internals of them because my last winch is rotted out basically, aluminium corrosion, and these ones, got really simple design. Like I don't think they're going to corrode much at all. They're going to be really easy to maintain. So Selden, good product. Thank you. I'm a fan. Alright, back on course. Well, yesterday it took me about 8 hours to get up through here, through this pass we were about to go through. I think it took me an hour and a half to tack my way up through this pass between this island over to the left and island over to the right. There's a big chunk of reef between, and there's a pass between that. So yeah, I had to tack before I could actually get into clean water, and then tack all the way up into Pangai. Today, wind is exactly where it was yesterday, except it's right up my arse, and I am sailing with wind up my arse, doing about 6 knots. It's a hell of a lot more comfortable than yesterday. Solo sailing Tonga through a pass. Let me show you. There we go. Got through the pass now. I've got a couple of, little obstacles, not too bad, 20 metres deep, no big deal. This one, it's about 2.8. That will be breaking today, I'm hoping, that way I can see it. But yeah, I've just had to harden my course up. As I ease out a bit, I start luffing the sails. So yeah, I'm just going to harden it up. I'm just going to skip around the top of this island. I was going to go cut through the islands. That's where I was anchored the other day. And great little anchorage in here, absolutely brilliant. But I don't need to slow down. I'm just going to go around it. Probably going to add a few miles, but easier than the stress of going between all those little reefs, and there's a big bommy right in the entrance to it. So I'm going to take the path less stressful today. I turned around, there's a big ass super yacht coming down behind me, which I didn't really expect to see. But hey, good for them. And why wouldn't you be sailing? Like, it's a beautiful day. Throw a little bit of jib, boys. But no, they're just on the motor. Keep it upright. Don't want the wine to spill, darling. Yeah, absolute cracker of a day. A boat like that could probably be doing 15-20 knots in a day like today. I'm doing about 6 to 7 knots without even trying. I've only got like my bottom reef and a jib. Each to their own. I think it'd be very frustrating if you strip one of those boats and you never get to sail it. You see so many of them just motoring around. But I am not a millionaire slash billionaire, and I don't have a missus on board who carries on if I spill the champagne, because there is no fucking champagne. There's beer, rum, and occasionally a little bit of wine. But we try and keep that stuff off the boat because it just takes up space. It does look like those guys are going to go down to that group of islands there, which is a group of islands I'd like to explore, but the wind hasn't been suitable for it in the past, maybe in the future. Well, it's lunchtime here in Solo World. Vegetable on. Maybe it's just been a whale breaching and created a big pile of white water and gave me a little flutter at the moment. But yeah, I continue another 16 hours or so down to Nuka A'lofa. I have to get some sleep tonight, I guess. I just had a couple of boats go past, so yeah, it's been a bit regular here. I was quite surprised, and given I don't have my Garmin chart plotter, I don't have AIS, don't have radar, don't even have wind instruments at the moment. A bit frustrating, Garmin. Yeah, what do? You just keep plugging away. Old school sailing, Tonga style. Okay, no more half battens on the next mizzen. Full battens. Half battens are a pain in the ass. Well, it's about 2:30 in the morning and I'm just slowing the boat down. I'm heading into Nuka A'lofa, and at the moment I'm going too fast. I need to slow down and arrive at the Hind Shoal around daylight. Otherwise I'll be getting in there early in the morning, and yes, I can navigate through there at night, but I don't want to. I don't like navigating through reef areas at night, especially when I'm tired. So let me show you where I am. There we go. I am here, and Hind Shoal is there, and it's a distance of 16 miles, so I've just slowed the boat down to 3 knots. Gives me a bit of fat. So I'm getting there around daylight now. Daylight here at the moment is about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. There we go. Even slower. That's okay. I don't mind. Much easier on a chart plotter. Be nice to have AIS and all those other little treasures that I've started to value as a older sailor. But yeah, navionics is still better than nothing. Like navigating around here on paper charts, which I do have as a backup, would be a serious pain in the arse, because I haven't seen any lights. There's supposed to be a couple of lighthouses out this way, but nothing. Haven't seen anything. So yeah, you can navigate down here during daylight. I mean, island to island. It's pretty much what I did on the way up. I just went from island to island. Day hops was actually quite enjoyable. I'm trying to beat the weather. I want to get back into Nuka A'lofa. I'm meeting Fiona in a day, so I need to get back. I need to provision, get some fuel, sort the boat out, maybe even get a bit of clean. It looks a bit grotty at the moment. But, yeah, no lights. So, yeah, navigating down here at night is a little bit challenging if you don't have electronic charts. Even these navionic on your phone is better than nothing. But yes, it's about 2:30 in the morning. I'm going to go put my head down again for another hour. I'm up here having a bit of a look. There's got a few ferries around at the moment, so I'm just trying very hard not to get run over by a Tongan ferry or a resupply ship or some other bizarre little thing that's going on. But, so what I do at night, I turn all the lights on. I've got my nav lights on, I've got my masthead light on, and I have the running light on. It makes me quite lit up. So the running light illuminates the front sail, makes the boat reasonably easy to see, and people shouldn't have an excuse for running over me. But how's that, mate? That is a beautiful moon out there. Full moon. I quite like sailing in a full moon. In the distance is Nuka A'lofa, and there's a faint red flashing light, which I believe is the lead light for the northern entrance to Nuka A'lofa, which is what I'm approaching. Been a long night, but we have gotten there. First solo sail of the season. No, not first actually, but first offshore solo sail of the season. And yeah, it wasn't a bad passage. Didn't encounter any ships. Maybe a few whales. Who could tell? Yeah, we're coming into Nuka A'lofa now. Well, time to bring the fishing rod in. Fishing line in rather. Haven't caught anything, and we're almost at the port. I think it's time to drop the main. It's only a light breeze, probably 5 knots. Getting a little bit of benefit from it, but I'll get the main down here, and then I'm going to have a sniff around the port to see if there's any spare berths. And then I'm probably going to go to Big Mama's and have a few hours sleep on the anchor. checked my phone and realised it's Sunday. It's the day of rest. Nothing happens on a Sunday. So it's pretty much pointless going into town with the intent of trying to get stuff done, apart from Chinese stores. You can always buy stuff at Chinese stores, because those heathens don't rest on Sunday. But for the rest of us, it's a day of rest. And for me, I'm going to go to Big Mama's now. I'm going to anchor. I'm going to have a little sleep. And I'm going to go in there and hopefully they'll have a kitchen open. If they don't, I'm going to whip up something amazing and have a barbecue on what is an absolutely cracker of a day. Action time. Fiona is up the mast again. It's where she lives on this boat.
It's one of my favourite places.
Should stick a bunk up the top there. Get a little portal edge for Fiona so she can hang out up the mast, enjoying the view. But no, seriously, we have to fix the wind instruments again.
We're anchored at Nuku'alofa. And I'm fixing the wind instruments again, which are turning around, no problem, but not transmitting back to the base.